Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Okay, you can do a little bit of both. Um, this year's Starwood was the most extraordinary that I've ever experienced. Um, and it was so beautiful to see so many people come together, um, you know, for Jeff. And people didn't realize, a lot of us this year, just how much he takes upon himself to do for the festival. But Starwood, without any question, rocked this year. Um, it had a different energy to it, a new vibration, as any festival that continues to grow will have. And the effects were just beautiful. It was wonderful to see Oberon there, and running into him on the road with his staff with his little wizard's light on it. Um, and also, there is no question about it. Um, I loved working with McBride. So did Shay. We uh, we did a lot of good work this year. Um, and of course, the Pufferdome is a primary interest of mine, really. Um, and this year there was a lot going on, a lot that had to be done. So I was in between places, and I didn't get down to Papa as much as I might have liked. But this festival taught me that there are other places that I need to be sometimes. But I do want to thank everyone that helped to make this the best Starwood that I've ever had. I say that from the heart, and with a great deal of pleasant surprise. My first one was mind blowing, obviously, but that's not the reason I'm so crazy. Um, but you have something that's sensational happen to you, and you go festival after festival, and you don't get the same feeling with that, and it's kind of like chasing the dragon on a different level. And so I honestly, as good and as wonderful as Starwood is, I never expected to have an experience there that compared to my first experience. So there's always hope, kids. There really is. Um, Primarily my focus of the last 15 years has been the next generation. And I really want to applaud Ace, and Norm in particular, for what he's done with, or what they've done with, the Space Rangers and G-Spot, and with AJ, working with the next generation. And a lot of that next generation needs tools to co-create together, especially artistically. And Kim and Nellie on the Creation Station this year, well, they were just wonderful. Nellie kind of wore many hats this year, She was first aid and there and going back and forth, and just delighting in much of it. And that was wonderful to see. You know, Shay and I were left with a lot of things on the table, a lot of opportunity, and we're working things out over the next few months, figuring what we want to devote our energy to. But we certainly welcome other artists. That's really our thing. It's about co-creation on some of the projects that we can't devote our attention entirely to. The We both know, because we bounced it off the heads of a few people, will benefit the festival. So, let's look onward to next year. Well, surfing the bliss of the Starwood past. And, you guys absolutely rock. I will share this before I go. When I first went to Starwood, I had, I communicated mainly by Yahoo. I had friends that I had grown up with, college friends, military friends. People were starting to disappear. One of the unfortunate things for a lot of us in the 70s, and that came of age in the 70s, and I certainly was in danger of that for a while, is the debauchery and substance. And, I continue to bury friends of mine, um, and I'm often shocked that I'm still standing. It wasn't for lack of trying, trust me. But, people go, they move, they gain different lives, they find Christianity. Um, and this is the way of things, this is the way of life. But the one constant after my first Starwood was building a network of people that are still in my life, and I have a few from 30 and 40 years ago that are still in my life, and that's wonderful. But and that first Starwood really is what led me to work with Alex Gray and Cosm, and that began, I don't know, it was like 13 years ago. And Alex is a remarkable guy, and I want him to make an appearance at Starwood. And so that's something that, I guess a few of us are going to have to work on making happen. But take this festival experience and network with the people that you've met. Sometimes things don't work out. People are on different levels of awakening. Um, and the founders of Starwood really, what they did, whether intentional or not, was found an all welcome visionary experience for people, seeing what might be if people put aside their differences and come together, rocking their creativity and making the magic happen, regardless of what tribe they come from, or orientation, or religion, or lack of religion. Um, and it's a beautiful festival. It needs to be supported. And I hope that people this year, as Yule approaches, because I'm sure they're going to have tickets available for next year early, help them put together the money they need to make the beauty of that festival happen, uh, with all kinds of different opportunities. And it is my hope that there will be more activities for the next generation. They're doing quite well at that. But as a lot of the blogs that I address, and I'm going to be addressing, putting Starwood as a focal point, um, there needs to be something that is going to make the 20-somethings feel welcome. And my position on that. It is very important to me. And it's important to the Gossamer Court as well. So anyway, as I say at the end of all my videos, this is Hugh Slenberg. Have a wonderful life. Bye now.